Welcome back to the Gen Z Speaks podcast here in sunny Los Angeles. We've got a rainy day going on.
What kind of meds are you on, man? How do you have so much energy
Bloods.
on a Sunday?
Bro, because every day is the same to me.
Why is every day the same to you?
Because I technically don't have a Monday through Friday schedule. So
That's true. Yeah.
every day is just working and doing the same thing.
Is that exciting? Do you prefer that over 9 to 5?
Bro, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I would rather work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day than
Really?
yes, sir. Than 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. Because I also don't like the break of it. First of all, it's for me, right? And then
Mhm.
second, I don't like the break like after 5. I'd prefer if it's just like an on-call schedule like I have like 7 days a week. And yeah, I prefer that.
I think working for yourself is the best feeling in the world.
It's very liberating, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no tension because like if you're late to something, you're like, oh,
Yeah. Well, okay. So I get what you're saying, but I also disagree because everything's on my dime now, right? So if I mess up,
yeah.
it's on my dime, bro. If
Yeah.
I do better, it's on my dime. So I have to. So I think somebody was talking about this to me the other day. I think it was my girlfriend's sister. She was like, it's like a lucky feeling to like kind of have to do what I get to do here,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because like I don't have to wake up at 7 in the morning and get in the car at 8 and be at work by 9. I mean, I could do whenever I want, but I also have to have the discipline and like to get up in the morning in order to go do something. Because if I don't,
Yeah.
I mean, I just lost X amount of money per day.
But that is motivating for you because you work for yourself. You have to be on time. You have to do things the
Yes.
right way. Otherwise, you're the one who loses and nobody else.
Yeah, bro.
It's everything's just on you.
Everything's on me.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
good.
that feeling, like I like that tension.
Does the uncertainty of being an entrepreneur sometimes scare you?
In the beginning, it's terrifying, bro.
Mhm.
When you're forking out, like when I forked out a lot of money in the beginning of this, it was terrifying, dude. Because I didn't know. I was buying a truckload of Home Depot stuff, and I'm like, okay, dude, it's like returns and overs. I mean, I know I've been doing it, but
Mhm.
how am I gonna sell 24 pallets in a month? I had never done that before. Max I had done was 10 pallets, and it was in the span of 3 weeks. And
Mm.
so now I'm doing more. I had to do more than double in a shorter amount of time, basically.
What was that first feeling like when you put in thousands of dollars into your own
Yeah.
business? What was that like? Describe that feeling.
I will say that one of my biggest fears in life in general is being comfortable.
Mm.
And so I guess it made me feel free that I wasn't being comfortable, that I was putting myself in an uncomfortable situation.
Did it make you emotionally free or how? What?
Yeah, mentally, emotionally. I mean, also the way I guess I work, when my brain is busy, I feel good. Like I feel like I'm doing something with my life for some reason, even if it's not leading to something. But as long as I'm working on something, as long as I'm thinking about something, I feel like meaning in my life.
Mhm.
And so, I mean, that first time, like obviously it was emotionally straining. I was stressed out. I was in the office like 18 hours a day the first couple weeks, and like that was fearful, right? But once you realize that the more hours you put into something in the beginning, the faster you learn, and the faster you learn, the faster you can adapt to your business. And when you're able to adapt to your business, now you can do what I'm kind of doing right now, which is like a on-call schedule, right? Like I told you and Russ, like I set up appointments and I come to the warehouse a couple hours a day, and then I'll do the rest of my work at home. And then that's like my daily thing right now.
Remind the viewers what you do for somebody who's new listening to the podcast.
Very good point.
Yeah.
I deal pallets, so I flip pallets basically. So
What's
I
a
buy
pallet?
A
I know
pallet.
we've talked about it, but
Yes,
yeah.
sir, no problem. A pallet is a.
See, I could talk about it for hours.
Yeah, a pallet is basically return and overstock inventory on a single wood pallet, basically. So there's multiple types of pallets. You can get them from Walmart. I mean, you can get pallets from anywhere, really. But I really deal in big retail,
Mhm.
major retailers, basically. And so I buy truckloads, and then a bunch of product comes on it, and I either sell it by pallet or I sell them by piece.
Mm.
Yes, sir.
And what got you into the pallet business? Because it's a very niche industry.
Yeah.
Like most people don't know what a pallet is.
Yeah, most people don't know what a
They
pallet
don't know what
is.
pallet flipping is.
No,
Yeah.
bro. The reverse logistics industry is probably like the most unknown multi-billion-dollar business out there. Like, nobody really thinks about when I go return this, knife set at Target, like, where does it go? Most people probably think, oh, Target probably puts it back on the shelves because it's not very used, or if it's used, they just throw it away. But reality is, Target is in the business of money, right? That's just what it is. And so, are they gonna if it's a $20 knife set and they can't put it back on the shelf because it's used? So would they rather throw it away, or would they rather liquidate it for $5 and take a 75% hit, but they still get to retain 25% of the money, right? So then Target goes out and sends it to guys like me, basically in truckload form, right? So there's a knife set here, and there's a couch there, and a TV here, flooring there, a bunch of stuff on these pallets, right? And then basically sends it to us. So what really got me into it is I was working like a 9 to 5 job, right? It was doing really well, actually, and I wasn't comfortable. Like, I just wanted to figure something. I didn't know what it was, but I knew I couldn't just work for somebody. That's the biggest thing, right? I couldn't work for this company. I didn't want to work for others, even though sometimes it's necessary, right? I'm not saying quit your job and go all in. I'm saying figure out, like, kind of what I did, man. I figured it out a little bit, right? So I bought one pallet. I realized there's something in this business, and I went to guys that do what I do now, bought a few pallets at a time, 10 pallets, and then I went ahead, flipped them, and I realized there's real money in this, and I enjoy the hustle and bustle of entrepreneurship and kind of, going out and talking to people and communicating and trying to negotiate and figure it out. Yeah.
What was that moment in your 9 to 5 job where you were like, I'm out? This is it.
There was no moment. I never wanted to work for somebody, even from the get-go. Like,
so you hated the 6 months.
I mean, so I guess the viewers don't know, but remember, I was in college. So my freshman year of college, I studied to take my real estate exam. And the reason I did that is because I know, first of all, I knew, in commercial real estate, you can make good money. And I knew that I can do that right out of college and not have to work for anybody necessarily.
Yeah.
Right. So that off the bat in college, like, I got my real estate license, and then I jumped into commercial real estate for my first 6 months. And I realized like I just didn't want to work
6 months after
for
graduating college.
Yeah, I worked for commercial real estate for like 6 months, and then it didn't work out, basically. It was in the middle of the pandemic in 21, and it just didn't work out. So I went and got a job, and unfortunately I had to hustle that way and save money that way.
Yeah.
And so I could do something for myself again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean,
nothing wrong. Just
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a really good lesson, actually, bro. Life doesn't go according to plan, but as long as you have that long-term vision, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, and eventually you'll be able to get there. And, maybe my plan isn't the way it's supposed to be going right now, but in another 3 or 4 years, I'm going to be into that next level, and to that next level, and it's going to keep progressing. Yeah,
What
brother.
did you ever see yourself flipping pallets, or like how did you come across that specific industry?
So that specific industry, well, I mean, it was on. I think I'm sure people on YouTube, if you guys watch anything finance related, you guys see like how to make money quick, or little thing like, oh, this is how you can do this stock in a day, or this is how you can flip wholesale real estate in a day, and I'm sure you've seen you can flip pallets, right? So I seen a little bit about it on YouTube, honestly.
So your first introduction to pallets was YouTube?
It was just not even an introduction, really. It was just like, I guess I wouldn't say introduction, just like I saw it and I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then my dad was like this vice president of this retail company in California, and he told me that there's an industry where, and he kind of told me what I was talking about, Target, right? So at it's Curaçao, basically. So at Curaçao, what they did was, it's a big retail company, Hispanic real basis. So when they got returns, what did they do? Because they couldn't send it back to manufacturer because there's warranty on these products. So they had to put it on pallets, figure out people to go sell it to, and then they sell it. And what do these people do? They're doing what I'm doing, right? And so my dad mentioned it to me when I was in high school. And I was like, that's cool, but I didn't really have the money back then to go buy some pallets and figure it out. And that didn't really like drive me. I was really like, I thought I was gonna climb the corporate ladder in high school, actually. But college came around and he mentioned it to me again. He was like, yeah, I feel like it's coming up. And so I was like, okay, let me look into this. And so I found a warehouse local, went and I bought a pallet and doubled my money. But my dad was a real introduction, I guess. Yeah.
So you heard about it in high school,
Yes.
and then in college, your dad mentioned it again,
Yes.
and then you looked into it, and then now you're a warehouse.
Now a warehouse. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So
There you go.
how many years did it take you to get to have the ability to buy or to rent out a space
To
for your
rent out a
business? Yeah.
space
Like how many years of saving did it take?
of savings, to be comfortable to do it.
Yeah.
That's that's two different questions, right? So you can, I mean, to save enough for this, it would probably have taken me about a year and a half to do this, but that's like bones and skin, bro. Like I wouldn't have any cushion at all. But to get to a comfortable level, it took probably like 4 years, and then I'd be like, if this failed, my lease is 1 year, so it wouldn't affect me that much. Then I can just try to figure out something else with the space for the year. And if not, if worst comes to worst, all goes to shit, then I would lose, what is it? It would be like 25 grand for that year. But like it wouldn't be like such a hit that I wouldn't be able to do anything for the rest of my life, kind of thing. Like I'd be in debt. So it took probably like 4 years in order to be comfortable, and where the following year I'd be able to figure out something else. Yeah.
What's your grand plan for Pallet Dudes?
For Pallet Dudes, that's a great question, man. I've been thinking about that a lot. The grand plan for Pallet Dudes would probably be, so there's a lot of different ways you can go with pallet inventory, right? You can do pallet sales like I do, right? You can create discount stores. You can create bin stores. You can do truckload sales. For me personally, I kind of want to tap into a couple different ones. Pallets themselves, I would like to continue doing.
Mm-hmm.
I also would like to create a discount store out of a warehouse, though. So I like my business model because it's very low key and it's very manageable without having a lot of employees. The more employees you have, the more difficult things get because people cause problems.
But don't you need employees to grow?
You
and
do.
Expand?
So I'm going to get employees for sure, but I wouldn't want to have more than 10 to 20. I wish I wouldn't want that. I mean, I'm not saying it's not going to happen. It might happen if that's natural growth, and that's natural growth. But people tend to like cause problems and cause stress on businesses, and just by myself, it's not a lot of stress. If I added a few more people that I actually trusted in this, that's not a problem either. But maybe a warehouse, probably 5-10 times this. That'd be great, and then I can run maybe 10 to 20 truckloads at a time. That'd be good. But even 10 to 20 truckloads, I would only need maybe 5 employees.
Tell us what a truckload is and like how much like stuff is in a truckload.
So a truck, it really depends, but truckload is basically anywhere between 24 to 26 pallets.
Mm-hmm.
So a truckload is 24 to 26 pallets of just return overstock inventory shelf pulls. And on these pallets, it's anything, dude. It could be vitamins. It could be like literally anything that you can think of.
Isn't that scary though? You never know what's inside a truckload.
Depends.
So you do know sometimes.
So Home Depot, that's why I mainly deal with Home Depot, because I'll know what's on my truckload with Home Depot. With Amazon, no idea. So I do truckload sales for Amazon, for Walmart, and Target. I don't do truckload sales. I don't do personal sales with Amazon or Target or Walmart, because I just don't know what's going to be on there, right? And so Amazon comes in, like I've done Amazon trucks before, and when the Amazon comes in and I'm helping them load up, obviously I'm curious to check what's inside the pallet. So I look, and it's just stuff that I wouldn't personally want to sell. It's great for retail business. It's great for swap meets. It's just not me. Like there will be maybe a few hundred mattress toppers, and like they're $150 each retail. These people can probably go sell them for $100 each. 100 times 100. I mean, you do the math. That's 10 grand right there. So that's just the mattress toppers, right? That's probably from 4 or 5 pallets. They just made the entire truckload back from just that item. But that's just not me. I like having a variety of things where people can come and get AC units and get flooring, and these are all essentials too, right? So when you buy Amazon and Target, you're not buying essential items. Home Depot, they're all essential. People building a home, they need AC units, they need flooring, they need plumbing, they need vanities. And so I like to deal in more essential items because I can now drive the price a little higher because they're not wants anymore, they're needs. And I'm already cheaper than anywhere on the market. So if you go on OfferUp Marketplace, where I'm selling right now, my individual items, I am going to be the cheapest person on there.
What's your advice to a young person listening to this and he's like, or he or she is like, I don't want to start a pallet business. What's the most important skill or thing they can do to get to where you are right now?
You need humility and you need to be adaptable. Those are the two most important things you can learn. You need humility because you don't know it all. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what experience level you have or what you think your abilities are. You just don't know it all because you can't control. When I'm selling, dude, I cannot control what the other person says. Sure, I can be negotiable and I know how to negotiate and try to maneuver the conversation in order to get them to buy, but you can't control what they do. And so you can't be arrogant and be like, oh, I can just sell to somebody else, whatever, right? Sometimes you have to accept, you know what? This item is holding up, like, for me, for example, 2 pallet spaces, and you know what? Maybe I'm not getting what I want, but who else is going to buy it? Let's be real, Matt, who else is going to buy it? And sometimes it's nobody. Nobody else is going to buy it. And so I have to accept it. And that's humble because I can't be arrogant and be like, screw these people. They want to turn one over on me, right? But that's also being adaptable. You have to learn how to bob and weave with certain sales
Bob
types.
and weave?
Bob and weave.
That's funny. Okay. What?
How is that funny?
Bob and weave?
Bob and weave, bro. In boxing, you're bobbing and you're weaving.
It's been a recurring theme. This guy uses phrases and words.
Quant, have you heard that term before?
Bob and weave?
Yes. Yes.
This is my first time I'm hearing it. What is it in boxing, bob and weave?
Bobbing and weave, like you're bobbing and weaving away from the punches coming in. So this punch is coming in, and you're moving away. You're bobbing.
Nice.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Those are all the pallet questions I have.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Until next time, guys. No. How about you, bro? What's going on, man? What's been going on this week?
Nothing.
Tell me, bro.
I do stand-up almost like every other day. I write, do stand-up, do my job, work out. That's my life. It's very
Okay,
redundant.
Ramadan just ended.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
You feel good?
Yeah.
Do you feel like
I miss it.
You miss it?
I miss Ramadan because it really disciplines you when it comes to food. Because if you fast for over 12 hours, you don't eat or drink, your appetite gets reduced. So for a guy like me who has a sugar addiction, like insane, I like sugar way too much. Like all sorts of sugar. Not candy. Like I like the good sugar, like cakes, ice cream, chocolate.
You're like the Cookie Monster,
milkshakes.
Bro. Dude, when I see you eat sugar, bro, you're like the Cookie Monster.
I'm the Cookie Monster.
Oh, yeah, more sugar.
It's amazing. I don't know how this all started. Because I never had a sweet tooth when I was a teenager.
Really?
This happened. I think this happened after graduating from college.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. You know what happened? Because like what happened my senior year of college, because I finally had money. Like most of my life I grew up broke. Like I never had my own personal money. But when I like started saving money and I started doing jobs and like made good financial decisions, I like had the money to go buy food. Like actually like and try expensive desserts.
I see.
And that's what got me into it.
And you're like, wow.
My eyes opened,
yeah. I got you, bro. That's cool.
Now I know why so many rich people are fat. Because they're exposed to the best food cuisine. It's hard to resist when you have like so many amazing options.
Yeah.
Like how do you stop yourself?
I guess you can't, man.
By working out, I guess. You just make it up.
True, yeah. Just work out.
It's not like I work out. Like I earn my right to eat sugar. Like it balances off, right?
Does it?
Huh?
Does it?
I think so. In your early 20s.
That's not what your kidneys are saying.
No, I'm doing fine health-wise. Thankfully. God's doing his thing.
Yeah.
I have no complaints health-wise. But, yeah, I think I should maximize this window in your early 20s when you can eat whatever you want as long as you work out. I'm glad
you're finally seeing this, bro.
I know this in the back of my mind. It's just every time I see sugar, I don't know what it is. Every time I see it, I like fall in love, obviously, but then afterwards I'm like, what did I just do? It's like I go from 0 to 100 in the span of like 2 minutes, because it takes me 2 minutes to finish any sort of dessert. Like I eat it immediately.
I get it, man.
Maybe I should take my time.
I see you doing it, bro. I see it, man.
What's the best dessert you've ever had?
Best dessert I've ever had?
Ever.
Dude, you know what I like? I mean, I don't know where, bro, but I love chocolate lava cake with vanilla ice cream on top.
Okay.
Oh my god, bro. It's insane.
Okay. Yeah, it's a very simple dessert. No, I've had it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
you?
Well, that's very similar to a pizookie.
It's similar, but I prefer the cake
The cake 'cause
with
it's
like
softer.
that molten chocolate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, bro.
Okay, bro. I'm bad at pronouncing certain words.
That
Cho- chocolate was a fondant. What is it? Fondant.
Fondue?
Yeah.
Were you gonna say fondant?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's a French
Chocolate
word,
fondue,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Where you dip strawberries in there, marshmallows.
No.
That's what chocolate fondue is.
Is that wait? There's also something with the M.
Mousse, chocolate mousse.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Chocolate mousse.
Yes, bro.
Wow.
I had it in Paris
Yeah.
and in London.
Very
it-
rich.
Yes. What do you mean rich? As in like the flavor?
Yeah, the flavoring's very rich.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It is.
It's amazing.
It's good, bro.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
I had
Something I've been trying to tell this guy, bro. Oh my god! And finally, the first time he's ever admitted it. It's kind of crazy to me.
What?
I've been telling you, dude. It's like, bro, we're in a okay. First of all, we're very fortunate. Our metabolisms are fast, right? We're young. We work out almost daily. So it's like, why not?
Do you work out daily?
Recently I've been working out
Exactly.
like
exactly.
4 or 5. Yeah. Fuck off, bro. What I'm trying to say is like we're fortunate to be like.
Yeah. I
having
only went to the gym twice this week, so I'm a
Twice?
hypocrite. Yeah.
Oh, honestly, okay. This last week, I've been doing something a little different. It's been mainly calisthenics. I've been on a pull-up grind. So that's what I've been doing, dude. So my dad, I have to beat my dad's record. So my dad's a Marine. He hit 42 pull-ups dead hang in a row in the Marines. And so, I mean, naturally, I have to try to
What's
compete
your
with him.
record so far?
30. I just
30?
hit 30 2 days ago.
30
30 pull-ups.
in one row.
One row. Yeah.
Do you go all the way up, all the way down?
Down, yeah. I will admit, the last one I was kipping just to get my chin over the bar. But
And these are not
30.
chin ups; these are proper pull ups.
these are proper pull-ups.
Yeah, 30 is impressive, man.
30s, yeah, it's good. But that's what I've been doing. So then after that, I'll do my pull-ups, and then I'll just do hanging leg raises, and then I'll do something else. It's kind of funny, bro. But I turn myself upside down on the pull-up bar, and then I'll do inverted rows. So my legs are to the ceiling, and then I'll roll myself up, and that'll be like my other back workout. But that's what I've been doing. Anyway, what I've been trying to tell Ibrahim this whole time, going on a little gym rant there. Since we're so fortunate, why not just enjoy what we can enjoy now?
Yeah.
Bro, like, let's just be everyone says it. After you turn 30, 35, you cannot eat what we used to eat. I mean, I'm probably still going to because we work out, but just if like the metabolism slows down. That's what everyone says. So it's like, let's just enjoy it, man.
It's
I love
just
enjoying food.
it's not good though to eat the amount of sugar I do sometimes. Because my thing is like when I eat like one chocolate cake, like this happened yesterday. Well, it was a tiramisu, and I was like, let me have another one. Another one. I had like 4 pieces of cake. Yeah, I did. See, it's not good. Like, it doesn't look like I eat a lot of sugar, but thank God. But, you know, like, it can add up. Like, I'm concerned. I had a lot of sugar this week.
But does it make you feel shitty?
Yes, afterwards, I
Really?
don't feel good.
You don't
Like,
feel
my
good?
stomach feels like it does not feel good. In the moment, I feel like amazing. I'm like, wow. But afterwards, I'm
What's it
like,
equivalent to?
I don't.
The feeling.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but you know, it's a good feeling eating good sugar. Yeah. The thing is, I don't eat junk sugar though. Like, I'm not a big fan of candy.
Yeah.
I don't eat like
I mean, it's the same sugar going into your body.
Jolly Ranchers or something. You know,
Yeah.
like unhealthy candy.
That'll mess with your teeth and stuff.
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
I don't like
Yeah.
that. I like chocolate. I like
Okay.
milk. I like, you know, bread and all of those combinations.
I get it, bro.
What's
That's actually
a
terrible.
dessert we had in Japan that was very good that I liked?
Bro,
oh,
everything,
the cheesecake.
Everything
the
in
cheesecake.
Japan was amazing.
The cheesecake you had
Yeah.
was amazing, right?
Yeah. You bought it, right? You bought another cheesecake too. One of
Yeah.
those fluffy ones.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it was a lot better in Osaka. Yeah. I wish you had in Osaka.
I honestly was expecting more from the desserts in Japan.
No way.
It wasn't.
Okay.
What's the crazy dessert you had besides that cheesecake?
I mean, your matcha grind was insane.
Oh, wait, I forgot.
Yeah.
The matcha. Never mind. I take it back. The matcha in Japan is beyond explanation. It's so healthy. You feel good. Earthy, but matcha is one of those few things when I eat it, I feel good. Like, it's sweet, but in Japan, Jenish, our friend who went with us to Japan, will agree with me on this. It's one of the best desserts he's ever had. And I agree. Matcha cheesecake. They have matcha everywhere because matcha is
Yeah.
exported from Japan.
From Japan, right?
They grow. It's like they're
That's
one
their
of their.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it personally. I just don't like. I don't like earthy flavors like that. Have you ever had like lavender, like shit like that?
Yeah,
Like
I
I don't
don't
like that
mind.
type of stuff, bro. It's not tasty.
Me and
to
you
me.
have very different food tastes.
Extremely
I
different,
think
bro.
different. Yeah.
Oh my god. I feel bad for your taste buds sometimes.
I feel bad for yours. You don't like matcha. Like that's such a.
I do wish I liked matcha, because like I do wish I liked it,
there's
but
also- yeah.
I'm not a fan. Honestly, bro, it's not even that our food tastes are different. You just have very poor like choosing abilities with
No,
with
I
food.
don't. How?
Bro, Jenish, can you comment down below, bro? How many times has this guy said, like, oh, this is terrible. This is just so bad. Why did we choose this place? And me and Jenish are, like, in love. Like, we're just like, oh, yeah.
I'm
like,
not. Wait,
euphoric.
my parents can attest to this. I'm not a picky guy when it comes to food. Like whatever my parents make at home, I eat. I
Yeah,
have no
but
complaints.
Enjoyment and eating.
But the thing is, for me, I just have to like it. And my thing is, don't amaze me. You don't have to like, oh my god, like you don't have to do that for food.
Oh.
As long as I like it. If I don't like it, I'll say I don't like
See,
it.
that's different.
But you guys,
Yeah.
what's something we ate recently? And it was
Food
just,
culture, bro. We're just part of that. We just like enjoy. I don't know, dude. To me, I like social things, and I feel like when we go out to eat, dude, we're all hanging out, we're all having a good time, we're all laughing.
Yeah.
We can also enjoy good food. I don't want to eat like some shit food, and then
Yeah.
like we're enjoying our time still. I mean, I don't know. It's just part of the atmosphere, the environment. I like that.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with
Yeah.
that. But sometimes, like you know,
What?
wait, your latest food pick was terrible.
Today?
No, remember?
Which one?
We just went the last time. we
Oh,
ate together.
that yes.
Yeah.
I will admit, this was. I don't think I've.
I don't,
had-
you shouldn't say the name of the spot because
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
gonna
throw
say
it
the
in
name.
the
I
bus,
don't remember
but-
the name actually.
Yeah, I do. It's a very stupid name.
Okay, I actually don't.
Given
oh,
the, oh, just, yeah.
yeah, I remember. But I will admit, I didn't even choose this place. I chose a place.
Oh, you did.
No, well, I did choose. Well, listen. Okay, we're going to a Mediterranean spot basically in LA,
Yeah.
and we parked and we saw this other spot next
Oh
door,
my
and we're
God.
like, okay, didn't it look cool though? We saw the food. I looked the
Sure,
food up online.
I liked the name
the
initially.
food. I
and
mean,
then-
didn't it look good online when I showed it to you?
no.
it-
You only told you didn't
Mediterranean?
show me the.
Yeah, I showed
did
it
you?
to you. Yeah, and you were like, oh
Well,
my gosh,
actually,
this looks
yeah. When
amazing.
we walked in, somebody was
Yeah.
eating. I was like, "Whoa, this
Yeah, it
looks
looked
pretty
amazing.
good." yeah.
Visually, it looked amazing. It was
We
probably
got catfished.
It was probably the
with
worst food I've
yeah.
ever had in my life.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
it's
like
very expensive. I paid $30.
$30. Yeah,
$30.
yeah, it was not good.
And I was fasting that day too. I went
Yeah.
back home
I
and
know,
I had to
felt
like
bad,
eat it.
bro.
It's all good. I had to actually eat a healthy meal afterwards.
I've never made a decision like that before. That was just I was like,
It's karma.
It
You
was
always tell me
weird,
I picked the
bro.
wrong spot.
but that was just odd.
Wait, have I picked the wrong food spot? When has this happened?
Well, you rarely choose food.
Yeah, I
spots.
rarely.
I
I
always
let,
choose.
yeah. I let you guys do it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, me
not
and
my
Jen choose.
skill.
Yeah, but actually choosing the food on the menu.
Oh, in Japan, I picked so many good food
You
spots.
chose two. You chose like two good spots. Yeah, you did.
I only chose two, and
Yeah.
all of them hit. The Italian
The Italian
restaurant
spot was
was
great.
amazing. There
It
was
was
one
great.
one other place.
That burger was it a burger? No, I chose that burger one.
The burger. There was
Yeah.
another. I
But that was
forget.
good. That lava burger you had.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You're
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's so cheesy.
It was way too cheesy, but it was phenomenal. I miss the food in Japan. Can I say this about Japan? The food in Japan is so healthy.
Yeah.
It makes you feel good about yourself.
It's clean.
It's clean. It's
Yeah.
a decent sized meal.
Yeah.
Like there's no triple, double,
No.
quadruple. There, I mean,
You had a
yes.
double burger.
Yeah,
at that
but
spot.
it's not like American culture where like we just eat.
We're not. They don't gorge themselves. We gorge.
Yeah, we eat
Yeah.
3 meals.
Yes. 3. Oh, I don't eat.
Like 3 meals at once. Like that's the appetite.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like we
To
eat a lot
Japan
of food.
standard.
Yeah, Japan. Like when you get the food, I
No.
thought it was just appetizer. Like it wasn't as filling.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't as feeling, but I felt good.
Yeah.
I wasn't like gorged though. I wasn't like, okay, this is a problem I've actually had in the past, dude. Like, I don't know what it has been. I don't know if it's family or like, but when I have food in front of me, even if I'm full, I force myself to finish it because I don't know if I don't want to look weak in front of like my cousins or like my cousins are at the table and we're like eating. Like I want to. I don't want the food to be left there. It's a very weird thing.
Really?
Yes, dude. I've had a problem with it because my cousins were all eaters, like big eaters. Sebastian, like we're all big eaters, and so like I'm
Do you feel
obviously
bad if you don't?
No, I
finish
don't know if I
your
feel
meal?
bad, but maybe because I'm smaller than them, and so it's like if I don't keep up with them, that means like I'm
What kind
less
of
than.
Napoleon complex is this? What?
I've worked on it a lot. Now, like, I used to gorge, dude. I used to, like,
Yeah.
I would be so full, like, I would feel like throwing up all the time. But I don't do that anymore. I just get to-go box,
Mm.
and then I eat it for lunch the next day. Like most humans should.
How often do you eat? Like, what's your schedule like?
I eat, like, 1 to 2 times a day.
1 to 2?
Yeah.
Really?
1 to 2 times.
So there's days where you only have one meal.
Lots of days.
Really?
Yeah.
One meal?
One meal. What happens is, so I like to eat at 1.
What do you eat in that one meal?
That one meal, usually if it's one meal, it'll just be dinner. So, like, what's ever being made at home or, like, whatever we go out to eat.
But you have to eat throughout the day though. You snack, I'm sure. No?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, there's some days. So I like to eat around noon, 1. And if I just won't eat. But even if I leave the house like 11, I won't eat at that time. I'll just leave the house hoping I get back earlier. And things come up all the time, dude. Like, I'm making deliveries, I'm doing this or that, and I'm at the warehouse till 6:37. And it's like, shoot, I didn't eat. And like a lot of times, dude, I don't even drink water the whole day. Like, that's just it's not good. It's not good, but that happens a lot.
You gotta drink water. You should drink water.
I know it's. I'm not.
Water
saying
is
it's a good
the
thing,
key.
but
Water is the key to everything.
yeah.
It's the key to happiness. It's the key to success.
It's true, actually, bro. I mean, not happiness, success.
I think so. I think it's water.
But, oh, thanks, Quant. I got one right here, brother. But
water is everything. Water. I got
everything. My awa right here, my H2O.
Yeah, dude, you don't drink water throughout the day. That's not good. I have to get you addicted to water, like me.
I know, bro. I've had times when I was working like real estate or like corporate jobs where I would have real dips in like energy level. And I remember this consultant came to talk to the team one day, and so we would have one-on-ones talks, and she was like, "What's the issue?"
Like no water?
Yeah, and well, no, I didn't say that. I told I have like real energy.
Like, I haven't had water in hours.
I would have real energy. Like in the morning, I'd get there, I'd be like grinding, and then around 11 to 2, like 3 hours, I'd be like sluggish, bro. Like I would want to fall asleep at the desk.
Do you want to fast that bad? Let's do Ramadan. You should just do it every month. You already do it.
Almost, yeah. I mean,
can I get that water actually?
You want it?
Yeah.
You have any drips left in your?
Oh man. Speaking of water.
Yeah. There you go. And so she told me, she was like, if you drink more water, she was like, how much water are you drinking a day? And I was like, a couple cups.
Wait a second. So you're boss.
Yeah.
And you had
no, not my boss, a consultant.
You had a one-on-one.
Yes.
And you were like, things are not going well. And she was like, how much water are you drinking?
Not that things weren't going well. She was just saying, like, where can you improve? Basically. How can you improve?
H2O consumption level?
That's what she told me. Yeah.
Why is she tracking how much water you're drinking?
No, she's not, bro. But I had
giving you advice.
Energy dips, and she was basically asking questions to try to distinguish like why I'm so tired during only those few hours. Because I don't drink coffee, I don't like nothing like that. And so I'd get there, and she just told me, she was like, how much? And then she finally, because I was good, I was sleeping good, I was getting good rest.
You didn't realize this yourself?
No.
You didn't think like water? This is like
no, bro. And
as a human, my basic
more
need.
Water. I was drinking lots of water at that time, a couple of years ago, and oh, dude, I felt good. I felt awake. I felt alive.
Just get a 1 gallon water bottle like I have, or the half a gallon.
I don't like that, bro.
Why not?
Because you look like a douche.
How is that a douche?
When you have such a big water bottle walking around.
I don't care about others. You're the one don't care. Don't care about others thing. Like
I don't want to do that, bro.
You should do it. It'll change your life.
No,
well, actually, my water bottle broke recently.
Oh, did it?
Did you ever? I'm kind of paranoid because I take my water bottle in the steam room, and I don't want any like. I need to get like a proper, not just germs, but like excessive heat is not good for. Yeah, but you shouldn't materials.
You shouldn't be drinking water while you're in the steam room. I don't think.
I'm in the steam room. I test myself in the steam room, so I have.
Yeah, but the whole point is to dehydrate your body.
Yeah, but I think because sometimes. If you're doing 25 minutes in the steam room, you get way too dehydrated. So you have to put in water in your system to stay like awake. Then? No, what do you mean?
How much water are you drinking in the steam room?
I'm not drinking a gallon in the steam room. I'm drinking a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Recently, I haven't been though because of Ramadan. I was just going in the steam room without any water. It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
But you can drink water in the steam room.
No, you can, of course, but it's like defeating the purpose.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
steam room is good for your skin. It relaxes your body. If you stretch, it's amazing. You have to. By the way, going to the steam room is so important.
No, it's
for recovery.
I don't have that. I don't have that luxury. like you, bro.
Shut up. You don't. This guy works out in his garage. You should
bro.
go to a gym. For me personally, I don't know about you, but
Yeah.
going to the gym is an amazing experience because I get motivated every day. Like I
Yeah.
see huge people. I see like people
Yeah, yeah.
working their asses off, and I'm like, yo, I want to do this too. Working on your own in your home is depressing.
That's what drives me though.
Just looking at yourself in the mirror, you're like, wow.
No, bro, like just being in there alone, like
Really?
yeah, dude. I listen sometimes like sad music will come on and that I'm not even kidding, like yeah, bro.
Sad music?
Sad music.
I've done that sometimes.
Bro, but
Yeah.
that it like
But then I get emotional
it
as I'm like
fuels
working
me, bro.
out.
It makes me like angry. And when I get angry, I'm like, oh,
Sad music
yeah.
makes you angry
It's
when
crazy.
you're working
It's
out.
weird, bro, but yeah.
Okay, I can resonate with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cuz I mean
Yeah, I've
you
done
start,
that.
like,
I've done that.
you know,
yeah.
thinking and contemplating about your past, and you're kind of like going nostalgic. You're going nostalgic moments,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I used to do this a lot more.
Mm. Oh
man,
my
it's
god,
fine.
bro, the klutz. Bro, the klutz is kicking in. Look at this guy.
It's fine. We'll put it here. I used to do this a lot more a couple years ago,
Yeah, yeah.
and I don't know if you do this. Well, you probably can because you just work out on your own. But do you
Yeah.
talk to yourself when you're working out?
Only when I'm running.
I do it in the steam room a lot. Like I'm like motivating myself.
I don't,
you know?
what are other people saying around you?
I don't care anymore. Like at the beginning, like, I just did it. I started doing it again today.
What
No,
do you
I do.
tell yourself, bro? You're the best.
No,
oh
no.
yeah, you can do it. You can do it. 5 more minutes, Eve. 5.
Now I talk to. Well, I do what Matthew McConaughey does. Like,
Okay.
this is one thing he always does before, like,
Uh,
dude, it soothes you down. So if you don't know Matthew McConaughey, before like he does any of his takes in acting, he does this thing like he's like, he beats his chest like, I swear to you,
you do this in the steam room.
I do it sometimes. I did it. I did it today. Yeah, after a long time. I don't
how
do
many,
it every
how many
single
others
time.
were in the room?
3 or 4. Yeah. I don't care. Bro, the gym is the most liberating place for me because I don't care what anybody's doing.
The funniest part to me, bro, is they're just sitting next to you watching you. They're like, who's this
Well,
loon,
people
bro?
do look. They do. I'm not doing it for the attention. That's why what I do, bro, is I go to a secluded spot. I turn myself around so they can't really.
This is the most attention like asking thing I've ever heard of my
Ow.
life, bro.
Nobody can see what I'm like. I don't want to attract attention in the steam
Yeah,
room.
not attracting attention will be doing what everybody else is doing, bro. You're doing literally the opposite. Turning around, looking at a corner, making weird noises.
No, but like
Pounding your
no,
chest.
I turn. No. This sound now. This just sounds creepy. What I do. Like, this is- no.
That's what I'm saying.
No. Like listen.
Yeah.
I'm like the king of the steam room, bro. I'm the king of my jungle. That's my jungle right there, man. I run the steam room
You're
with
king of the
24-hour
castle?
fitness. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what I do is I walk up and down. I stretch a lot in the steam room. I do look at a wall, and like I think of The Rock. He has a saying. He gave like a pep talk to the Lakers once, and he was like, "Every morning I wake up and I think of a wall in front of me. I'm up against this wall every single day. Every single day, there's just a wall in me. That's it." And that's what I think of sometimes. I
There's
think
just
of-
a wall in you.
there's a wall that I have to get past, bro. I have
Yeah.
to climb the wall. Sometimes I don't want to sound like I'm David Goggins mode every single time I go to the gym because I'm not.
Steam room.
Steam room. Yeah.
David
but-
Goggins in the steam room.
David Goggins. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. We all have our.
You'll have your moments, bro.
Yeah. I like going to the steam room though. Highly
Yeah.
recommend. It's great for your skin. It's great for your
It
mental.
feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel amazing afterwards.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I like working out alone. I like being. I don't like waiting for. Dude, I hate. That's my biggest pet.
I
hate
rarely
waiting,
wait
bro.
for equipments. It's
Really?
yeah, rarely.
But you also do stationary things, like
What do you
like
mean?
isolated, like muscles groups.
Isolated. Yes.
Yeah, like isolated workout machines.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
go on the machines, right? You don't do like. Do you bench? You use the machines, right, to bench?
I don't bench as much. No.
Yeah. So you use like. I think that's probably when you're waiting for like a bench, bro. There's already people waiting, and so it's like you're waiting for the person on the bench.
Just
and
do
the next
something
person.
else for chest.
Nah, dude.
Do chest pulls. Do push ups. Do
Hey, bro, have you seen the
dips.
cable? The cables?
Oh, you know what I do for chest? It's amazing,
What?
dude. I need to get better at learning names of things. It's this cable machine.
Yeah.
You extend your arms this
Yeah.
way, both of them, and then you
Yeah.
bring them back. Oh my god, that defines your chest.
Cables, or are you talking about the machine, the isolating machine?
Cable.
Yeah,
It's-
the cables are great.
cables like you grab 2 of your arms, you go all the way up,
Yeah.
and then you go all the way down.
Yes.
You extend your arms.
Yes.
But then, like, you're doing chest as well. Cable flies.
Cable flies.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, cable flies.
Yeah.
Cable flies.
They're good.
They're amazing for your chest. Yeah. Amazing. Also, push-ups. Push-ups are the most underrated thing. They're really good.
They're not underrated at all.
Nobody
bro.
at the gym is doing push-ups when I go, at least.
Bro,
people don't do push-ups.
Are like the most basic thing.
I know.
Because they're good for your entire
They're
body.
underrated, though, because people don't do push-ups. I'm telling you, people don't do calisthenics. They don't do pull-ups and push-ups. And they don't do dips.
I don't know, bro.
People are addicted to the machines in the gym. You don't even know what it's like to work out at the gym. You work on your own, bro. You know what it's like out there, Murray?
Murray?
Do you know what it's like out there? Every single day I wake up and I see these bums not utilizing the basic tools of working out.
But he thinks he's a Joker, right?
Oh, by the way, did you guys see the trailer for Joker 2?
No, I don't watch trailers.
Oh my God.
Deuce Foley?
Jenish and I watched it at the cafe. It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. I can't wait to watch that movie.
What do you and Jenish do at the cafe all day? That's what I'm curious
A lot
about.
of things.
What are these guys doing there?
We get to know each other.
Buddies get at the cafe at 8 a.m. and they leave at 5 p.m.
I only
What
go
are you guys
once or
doing?
twice a week. I
Really?
used to go a lot more, yeah.
Oh,
Once
okay.
or twice a week.
You working at home now?
It's
What do you guys do though? I mean, you guys can't.
We just-
You're not working the whole time.
well, no, I mean we talk and
What do you guys talk
some of
about?
the same stuff every day.
Some of the same stuff.
Bro, Jenish is weird. Sometimes he'll be like very focused, and other times he'll be like wanting to talk about stuff. And, yeah. It's only funny to this guy, but yeah.
No, that's funny, bro. 'Cause that's very
Yeah.
Jenish.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Oh, Jenu, sometimes I want to put you in a headlock and choke you out.
This was the racist thing I've heard.
Why?
Choke you out? What kind of colonizing Mexican stuff is that?
I'm Indian too, bro. I'm literally where Jenish is from, Gujarat. Did you forget?
Whoa, why are you getting
Did
so
you forget?
Yes, I did.
Jeez.
You're Mexican to
God.
me. Half Mexican.
I'm Mexican, Indian, English,
What do
many
you
things.
identify yourself as?
Like when I'm playing, like for college and jobs and shit.
Yeah.
Mexican.
Mexican?
Because usually there's not like an option for multiple races. Sometimes I'll say 2 or more races, and that's what I'll put.
What do you feel more comfortable with? 2 or more races or Mexican?
I don't give a shit.
What?
I don't really care.
Are there people out there that don't care about their ethnicity?
I don't.
You don't care about
I
your
don't.
ethnicity.
I do not care.
What do you mean?
I can appreciate the culture where my family's from,
But you don't care.
but I don't care.
Like, you're like, I'm just,
Yeah.
whatever. What?
Yeah, I just feel like I'm Californian.
I think you're the only one who ever met who's identifies as a Californian
Yeah.
first. So list your identities. Californian.
Okay.
What's next for you?
American.
American.
Yeah.
What's number 3? Male.
Oregonian.
Huh?
Oregonian.
Okay. What's
I'm just
number
kidding.
what's number 3 actually?
Wait, what are you asking me?
Identity. Like, what do you think of identities?
Yeah.
Right? What's the number 1 for you? Californian.
I,
When you think of
yeah.
Matthew Gutierrez,
Yeah.
what do you think of?
Yeah, probably Californian.
I'm a Californian. Okay.
I don't think I'll say that ever, but
Where are you from? I'm a Californian.
No, I don't
Born
think
and
I'll say
raised.
that. I'll never say that, but I do feel like I don't know, bro. Like,
You feel more Californian than Mexican?
yeah, 100%.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah,
You've always felt like that?
I've always felt. I've just felt like I don't know, bro. I like my family. We have culture, but like directly, like my mom and dad, we don't. There's not a lot of like Hispanic or like Middle Eastern culture. Like with them, like they don't practice a lot of things that are. Like my
Weird.
dad doesn't practice a lot of Mexican like cultural.
Like, what's Mexican culture that people practice?
I don't know, bro. Like even speaking Spanish, not really a thing. I mean, my dad knows a lot of like Mexican history, I guess, so he talks about that. But there's not like traditions that we'll do. A lot of Mexican traditions, or like my mom, not a lot of Middle Eastern traditions. My extended family, that's a different story. Like when there's parties on my mom's side or my dad's side, that's when I'll see like the culture and traditions come in. But directly, like my day to day, never. It's not often.
Your mom never played any Bollywood music?
My
Really?
mom never played anything like that, bro.
Really?
Yeah. My mom didn't even think we were Indian until I did my 23andMe.
She didn't know, or?
She didn't. She just. I don't know, dude. My grandma, my nana, she has always said that we're so many different things, and she was also born in Burma, And so like there's just been a lot of like what are we type
You're not a
thing.
typical like Indian background, right? Because your
No.
family is
Moved around everywhere.
Burma, Bangladesh, Pakistan,
England,
India, it's
everywhere.
you guys were like nomads, huh?
Not me. I mean, I wasn't thought of yet.
Yeah,
If they weren't nomads, I wouldn't exist actually.
That's true. Why did your family move? Like, what year did you guys move here?
What year did we move here?
Yeah, like what?
My
your
Nana?
mom's side, yeah.
Oh, my mom's side. My mom was 4, so 1980. Yeah.
1980.
Moved from Bolton, England, to California, to Santa Fe Springs, California.
Nice.
Yes, sir. My dad's side, my grandma and I don't know. My grandma and I don't know when they moved here, but it was I think in their 20s. I think they were in their 20s. Yeah, but they met here. Yeah, it's crazy. How about you guys? When did you move here, bro?
2013.
And how was it?
Very good.
How good?
We talked about it on the podcast. With
Yeah,
Wes.
bro, but people
Well,
don't know.
when I moved here from Pakistan, it was a lot. It was a lot of things. Yeah, it was a big culture shock.
What though, bro? Like
Everything.
to
Well,
us.
first of all, I went to an all boys school in Pakistan.
See,
So, right off the bat, like being able to dress however so you want for school was like,
Yeah.
wow, that
Yeah.
was a luxury I didn't think kids would have. So,
wow. You start
Yeah.
seeing females.
well, yeah, it's also like, yeah, that was a huge culture shock too because I went to school with dudes
Yeah.
my whole life.
So
And
you've
then I
never
was
seen
like,
female before this, like a
No,
female
no, of
bait
course.
girl.
What do you mean? I have sisters, bro. Like,
Oh yeah. Well, besides your sisters,
no,
your
No,
sisters and your
I-
mom and your aunts.
no. I see. I mean, of course you see. Yeah, Pakistan isn't this country where it's like segregation everywhere. Like
I really thought the east of Pakistan was only males and the west was only females,
Shut
and they
up.
only come to the
No.
center
no.
to conceive. No?
You know, typical American perspective on foreign countries. No, it was not like that. But yeah, I didn't have that much interaction with women. But
Yeah.
obviously, and back growing up in Pakistan. But when you come here in America, obviously,
Yeah.
I mean, we have all boys schools here as well. But yeah, it was a big.
Yeah, but did you know actually that like the all boys, all girls schools, they'll actually like mingle on Fridays? You hear about that?
something like that. Yeah.
That's good. I mean,
Would you want to go to an all boys school?
nah.
No.
Nah.
You're glad the way things happened for you.
Yeah. Pretty glad.
Would
I
you
wouldn't
send
want to
your
go to
kids-
private school.
Your kids to an all boys school?
Hell
Or
no.
all girls?
No, bro, because the thing is, I think a lot of times, like, socially, it becomes, you don't learn a lot of social things, bro, because obviously guys and girls are very different. And if you're just hanging around guys your entire life, finally when you're around girls in college, it's like, how do I interact? How do I do this? How do I do that? And it's like, maybe you're not asking those questions, but you just don't know how to do it. So I'd
Yeah.
much rather,
I think I'll send my kids to public school too.
Yeah, bro.
I think going to private school is a bubble. You're not opened up to the real world.
Right.
You're living with a bunch of rich kids, for the most part,
I mean,
with privileged backgrounds, and I'm talking about high school,
Yeah.
like K through 12.
you're not talking about college? Because you went to USC, buddy.
Well,
University of Spoiled Children.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of rich kids there, but there's also people like me who come from humble beginnings. So it's a mix. It's not like people think USC is filled like it's 95% rich people. It's not. It's
Okay.
not 95. Maybe it's like 55 or 60.
55?
I
More.
No, I think it's like that. Yeah. A lot of kids at USC are
Okay,
on
kids
financial
with
aid, like myself. I was on financial aid there, yeah.
True. But, okay, how about kids with parents making over 6 figures?
I actually don't know what the average income is of a USC household, like parents wise.
Mhm.
The median versus the average, I don't know what that is.
I feel like it's higher than 55%, though.
People who make more than 6 figures?
Like the parents that do, yeah. I think you can get financial aid, too, if you have, like, a certain amount of siblings. Like, if you have too many siblings compared to the income ratio or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not. There are some kids there that are definitely spoiled, and you can see it.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of kids that are just humble there as
Just
well.
there.
Like, yeah, there's
I'm not saying they're not
yeah.
humble, bro. You don't have to be,
Yeah.
like, poor to be humble.
It is, yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Going to private, I think I'm glad the way everything worked out. My schooling experience, like I have no complaints.
I know. Yeah,
I
it's pretty
enjoyed
nice.
everything. I have, yeah.
I'm glad, bro.
I think I got the best of all the worlds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally the East and the West.
Yeah, bro. Literally. Speaking of what's going on in the world.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot happening. If you haven't watched the news, what happened recently was earlier in the month, Israel attacked a consulate in Syria, in Damascus, and they killed 7 top Iranian generals. Clearly a violation of the international rules. You don't just go around killing people that belong to the army of a country in the embassy of that country. So you don't do that. So Israel did that, and they have reasons for doing that. And
what are the reasons?
Well, one of the reasons is Iran and Israel have been involved in a proxy war for a long time.
Okay.
Iran supports Hamas. Iran also supports Hezbollah, which is based in Lebanon.
Okay.
And so Israel faces the threat of Hezbollah from the north, and from the south, obviously, in the Gaza Strip is Hamas.
Yeah.
So they claim, which, yes, Iran does support these two groups, but, yeah, so Israel attacked
the consulate.
The consulate in Syria, and then as a retaliatory strike,
yeah,
Iran sent down drones and ballistic missiles to Israel, which, by the way, Israel defended. Like, the whole point of Iran's attack was to say, yo, like, don't mess with us. Like, if you mess with us, we'll mess with you back. And intentionally, they wanted it as low casualty as possible, but they just wanted the spectacle of, like, a lot of rockets and ships going Israel's way, just to show, like, we're here, this is our territory, like, don't infringe upon our sovereignty.
For sure.
And my concern is that Israel is going to retaliate back.
Yes.
Because Iran is saying right now, like, we're even. You hit us, we hit you back, we're even. We can just call it. We could just call it a day. Like, we're cool for now in terms of direct attacks. But Israel is, I just saw they're trying to convene the Security Council, the UN, to come up with a retaliatory strike. And I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't think Israel should strike back. Israel has a right to defend itself, sure, but it's like
you attacked first.
You attacked. The aggressor in this scenario was Israel. Israel was the aggressor. Iran was retaliating back.
Right.
At least in this, like, what just happened in the span of the last 3 weeks. So yeah.
Does a lot of this have to do with what's going on in Gaza?
Yeah, of course. A lot of
Iran, obviously, like a Muslim country.
Iran's a Muslim country. Iran has been the only Middle Eastern country which has actively supported the Palestinian people and has, like, taken tangible steps, right? Iran is one of those few countries. Other Middle Eastern countries have also helped, but Iran has been consistently, like, funding Hamas. And now Hamas is not this perfect group. Like, Hamas is
nowhere near perfect, but
but Hamas nowhere near perfect. Hamas is according to the U.S., it's a terrorist organization. But Hamas runs Gaza.
Right.
And Hamas obviously attacked Israel last year in October. Yeah. And they killed.
So now Israel's having a problem with Iran kind of supporting Hamas. And so they're trying to say, hey, step off.
Yeah, but I honestly, to be honest with you, I don't understand what was the inciting factor for Israel's attack on the consulate in Syria. But
you think they're trying to invoke other countries to step in?
My biggest concern, and again, I'm not a national security expert, but my biggest concern is Israel. I am concerned that Israel might be baiting the U.S. into a wider war and other countries. That is my biggest concern.
Right.
And so far, I just think the U.S. has operated from a position of weakness.
The U.S. has?
Yes, when it comes to Israel. Because on one side, Joe Biden says, Benjamin Netanyahu, be careful. Like, don't kill innocent Palestinians. Like, let food and water supply through Gaza. But on the other hand, he's like, Israel has a right to defend itself. Where you stand ironclad with Israel. Yeah. It's like, you know what I'm saying? There's no repercussions. Like, what repercussions has Benjamin Netanyahu or the Israeli government faced for violating nearly every single humanitarian charter that protects innocent? Yeah. So I don't, like, pick a side, Joe Biden. Like, I understand you have, like, global politics is very complicated and there's a lot of factors going on, but you can't just let Israel keep getting away with like literally war crimes.
Yeah.
You
I just
can't let
don't
him get
if
away
he's
with
not,
this.
If he's gonna be two-faced, I just don't say anything. Right?
No,
He
you have
has
to.
He's
No,
the
no,
president of the United States.
he has to say
But
something.
would you rather him just not say anything or be on everybody's side?
No, I would rather him take a stance.
He's not going to though, right?
What he did today, like
Really?
thankfully,
Today?
I mean, so what he said was, he told Benjamin Netanyahu that if Israel strikes back to Iran, that the U.S. is not going to help them out. Like they're not going to be part of the retaliatory strike.
Okay, cool.
So I think good job. That's the right move in my opinion. Like leave it to Israel and Iran. That's their problem for now. But obviously, there's alliances in international politics. So Israel and the United States are allies.
Right.
So when they were thinking of, when they were planning for the Iran attack, the U.S. moved their warships, right, to protect. Like they took measures to protect Israel. Under the alliance, they have to do that.
Right.
But they don't have to offensively attack the other country.
Got it. Yeah.
So the United States thankfully said, like, we're not going to be part.
Yeah.
This might change, but still, like...
Russia was saying they're up against this as well, right? So they don't want to kind of get involved either.
Yeah, nobody...
It's kind of too much, no? Like, I mean, I don't know, dude. I think I'm not nearly as versed in politics, but it just seems it kind of sucks, right? Because now there's like a proxy war, but if they go ahead and continue to entice, and Russia now steps in to defend Iran against Israel, then U.S. kind of has to, right? Because obviously these are two big players that are very against each other.
Yeah, my biggest concern, man, is what Israel's doing is very reckless.
Yeah.
Like, if you just look at what happened since October, yes, Hamas attacked and innocent Israelis were killed. Yes. But then you go out and you kill innocent children, thousands of innocent Palestinian children.
Yeah.
Over 30,000 Palestinians have been killed officially, and this number is way higher because there's people who are missing under the rubbles, literally. They're flattening out neighborhoods. Like Gaza, it's a very small, I think it's a 25 miles radius in terms of the strip itself.
Yeah, it's tiny.
It's very small, and it's filled with millions of people. I think about a couple million people live there. And neighborhoods have been flattened out by Israel. Like, they have literally prevented the supply of toys. I was just reading an article in the Washington Post or New York Times.
Right?
Yeah, they literally don't let certain things go and like flow in the way, like toys, because they're concerned, like this might be used as a weapon or something. Like basic things like that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense what they're doing right
Well, they
now.
have some, I mean, to me it seems like they have some superiority complex going on, right? But nobody's doing anything about it. So maybe it's rightfully so that they feel like this upper hand.
I mean, no, people are. South Africa leveled the accusation of genocide, right? At the
Yeah, bro,
International Court.
But are they physically doing anything?
Iran is.
Anything. I mean, yeah, Iran is. You're right.
Iran is literally helping Hamas.
You're right.
But
I don't necessarily agree with that either. Iran is also probably not like the best.
No, I'm not. Like, by the way, like anybody listen to this, I'm not a pro Iranian regime guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't like the Iranian regime. They're very oppressive. They're not good. They're not thinking about things in a very wise way internally. How they govern Iran, because a lot of people in Iran are unhappy with the Iranian government.
Yeah,
and that's my also concern. Like, by the way, in Israel, a lot of people don't like Benjamin Netanyahu.
okay.
And in Iran, they don't like the current regime. And guess what unites people? War. War always unites people.
Yeah.
Right? That's my biggest concern. Like, these politicians who just want to continue to hold on to their power are going to use war as a mechanism to further their control.
Yeah.
And be more oppressive. Right?
Probably.
That is my biggest thing. And even in the United States, like, I'm concerned. Like, Joe Biden, I don't know where his head is at. Because, like, he's a politician. He is not a guy that operates
not a very good
on a consistent set of principles. Like, I don't think Joe Biden does. He's a politician. He'll do stuff just to get votes. You know?
Right.
That's scary to have.
Yeah, but
we have election coming up in less than 6 months.
The interesting thing about Biden, bro, I mean, I guess he's older guy. So honestly, man, it's hard. I don't like Biden and like all this what's going on right. I don't like Trump or Biden really, but it's like Biden's saying things and then it's like so evident that it's like he doesn't believe it, or like he said things opposite like a week ago. And I don't think I've ever seen that before in politics where it's like so in our face.
Trump did that. Trump literally flip
Yeah, bro.
flops in seconds.
True. I don't
He'll
like
say the
Trump
same
either,
thing,
though.
and then like,
Yeah.
Trump is the worst when it comes to this.
I don't like either, bro. I
He'll
don't
literally
like
flip
either.
flop in like a sentence.
Yeah.
It makes zero sense.
1 hour.
1 hour mark.
Yeah.
I
So-
mean, let's see what happens, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't. A lot of podcasts and like pundits and experts and podcasters are not experts sometimes, but people have opinions, right, about what's happening.
Like
and
us.
like us, like this is
Yeah.
just developing. So like this is where I stand right now. Like
Right.
obviously nobody wants war. At least
Yeah.
most people don't want war.
No, of course.
But
I mean, yeah.
These big companies,
They want war.
They want war.
Death produces money, and
It's
money
very
rules
sad.
the
Yeah.
world.
Like these weapon suppliers.
Money is power.
Yeah.
That's what's
Mitch
happening.
McConnell in the Senate is now calling to fund a bill that would give billions of dollars in aid to Israel.
Yeah.
And like, guess all
I
it's
don't-
all military. It's like
I
we
don't
know
know what's
this.
going
Everybody
on,
knows
bro.
this,
I
but it's
don't-
like the military industrial complex has gotten out of hand.
It's been out of hand, bro.
It's been out of hand, but now thankfully people are aware of it. You know
Bro,
what I'm
it doesn't
saying?
make
Like,
sense to send billions of money that high majority of us are saying we don't want this happening to Ukraine, to like personally, we have our own issues going on here too, bro. And I know we're a global power, but billions of dollars. This is
I don't know.
absurd. This is
Yeah.
just absurd. It just doesn't make any rational sense to send that substantial amount of money.
We definitely have a responsibility to help our allies, right?
Of course,
But like sending,
that much.
I don't think we should send money to Israel right now. I
No,
don't think we.
I don't think we should be sending money to Palestine either. To be honest with you,
I mean, I think we should send money to Palestinian people. Have you seen what's happening?
Not tens of billions of dollars,
Bro, we've not sent billions to Palestinians. Barely anything. You realize
Really?
this, right?
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't.
We don't send barely anything to Palestinian people, brother. We send billions to Israel every single year. The Palestinians, we don't send any. Almost, if you compare how
Yeah.
much money the United States gives to Israel versus
No,
Palestine,
okay, that I know. I know Israel gets.
and who
hefty more,
who
yeah.
needs more money right now? Just on a humanitarian aid basis.
Yeah, yeah.
Palestinians do.
Of course,
bro.
they need more. They need more.
There's nothing
yeah,
there
you're
in
right.
the Gaza Strip.
Okay, my whole point is
Left.
I disagree with sending all this amounts of money, and still keeping like our funds and like education, healthcare very low, right? They're
Yes.
taking more taxes from us, and I'm a huge proponent of this. We can talk about this another time, but pocketing a lot of it,
And our veterans
sending
are not even
tons of it.
compensated accordingly. Yeah.
That's
That's my biggest
Bro,
concern, yeah.
okay. I have a.
Our veterans should be paid. They make the biggest sacrifice.
I have a vet, right? A friend of mine, and he was in for 25 years. He was a Marine for 25 years. He's 8 tours. 8 fucking tours, dude. You don't understand what a Marine can see in 8 fucking tours. Comes back. Life is very different. Let's just put it that way. Life is very,
Say the least,
very
yeah.
different in personal matters, in work matters. He's receiving very little
How
amount of
much?
money, bro. He's receiving $3,300 a month.
Okay. Yeah.
30. You can't survive on $3,000 a month. I don't know where people are living in this watching this podcast, bro, in this country, but even in the boonies, nonetheless in Orange County, like it's just not gonna happen.
In
So
LA
he's
it's
worked-
harder, yeah.
In LA and Orange, I think in California in general it's hard. But I guess like if you're living in Rivers, $3,000, bro, doesn't matter where you live, you're not surviving.
8
dude.
tours.
8 tours, bro.
Did
It's
he-
like how does this even make sense?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah. It's not right.
It's not right, bro.
While like
Um,
the big military contractors are making so much more money.
Yeah.
The CEOs of those companies and people who work there.
You want to know what they do with a lot? So this is how like military receives money, right? So there's a contract that goes in. Government says, I'm obviously simplifying it crazy, but they say, hey, Navy, you're getting $200 billion this year, right? Navy then goes ahead and spends $180 billion by the end of the year. If within the next couple months that budget isn't filled to the $200 billion, right? So there's $20 billion left. If that $20 billion isn't fulfilled, then next year their budget will now decrease to 180 to what they had spent. And so what's the Navy gonna do? Do they want less money or more money? They probably want more money. And so what they'll go do is they'll go buy X amount of weapons, grenades, launchers, boats, right? Spending all this money that's obviously not necessary at all just to fulfill that budget limit. And so that's obviously a hole in the government. And it's not like it's not known. Of course it's known, but nobody does anything about it. Like there's no clause or anything to allocate these military funds that's not being fulfilled.
There's so much waste that's happening.
Waste, bro.
Bureaucratical waste that we don't even know for sure. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's a lot. We should have somebody who has like a expert perspective on this. You know? Because I'm really curious about these budgets. Just the spending of these budgets. I mean, because it's the military budget is the most amount of money that we spend on a single industry. Like it's way more than education or healthcare. It's
weird, actually. I mean, we have a very strong military, but it's kind of crazy, bro. How much money?
I just hope we don't have to see a wider war in the Middle East.
I hope not,
because that is going to be scary. Because like we're so privileged in America. Yeah. Well, for a long time, at least since we have been born, right? Right. There hasn't been. Well, 9/11 happened, right? But since 9/11, there hasn't been like a foreign attack on our country. There have been terrorist attacks, right? Yeah. But there hasn't been a concentrated effort where we've
on
seen
U.S. soil.
On U.S. soil. Yeah. So I just hope we don't see that in our lifetime.
Scary, dude.
Or I just hope that doesn't happen.
It's scary, man.
The only way that doesn't happen is if our leaders think rationally and they think long term, not short term. Like think like 50, 60 years from now. Like I want to still have a planet. You know, my kids, grandkids, like let's not nuke each other. It's very basic, sounds very simple, but I don't think we should have war because war turns men into animals.
It's crazy, bro.
It does. It's very scary.
You know what? This is a little off topic, but it's about war military. It's super interesting to me to think about PTSD and how it's like developed over the years. I've been thinking about it kind of a lot recently. I don't know why, but if you think about like the days of Spartans and Athenians and Trojans and samurai, these people didn't have. I mean, I don't know how much documentation there is.
I'm sure
of
they
PTSD,
had.
Bro.
No, they had to.
I don't think so, man.
Because they couldn't explain what PTSD was at those times.
Because it's a culture thing.
No.
I'm not taking away. I'm not taking away PTSD at all. I just think there's been a culture shift in the world in the last few hundred years, and now obviously we're in a very comfortable time. And when there's comfort in the world, now you have time to think, and you get to think back on maybe decisions that you've made that you don't like, or things that you've seen in another world that you don't like. And what I mean by other world is in a war world, right? And when you're able to see these things, you can come home. I mean, we all have, not all of us, but all of us have pretty comfortable homes here in the U.S., right? We have time to sit, watch TV, and this is dead time. And during this dead time, you have a lot of time to think on decisions, on things you've seen. Back in the day, Spartans, samurai, they didn't have this time to think and to like kind of drown in some of the misery that they've seen or done. And that's really that's interesting to me.
I disagree with that.
Really?
I'm pretty sure they went through the same struggle in terms of thinking back on their battle times. Yeah.
Oh, no, of course. On their battle times, for sure. But
PTSD,
I'm saying like to dwell on it. Like, obviously, it's affecting us to a different degree now. Like anxiety, depression.
Is what you're saying. I think what you're trying to say is because war was so normal, that was the norm. Like the world was in a constant state of war. People were in battle. That they never got out of battle. Like their whole life was just war. So they never have time to think about that. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just
that would make more sense.
I'm just stating that I don't think PTSD was nearly as prevalent back then.
No.
And so I don't know why. I don't know the answer to it.
I don't know. I don't know if that's I don't know. Well, that's another conversation. We should have a Navy SEAL on to talk about that because like we have the liberty of being civilians.
No, of course.
We don't even know what it's like out there.
I don't know. I know nothing about it, bro.
Yeah,
like I'm not saying I know anything about. I'm just stating like some observations I've made. And I don't know if they're right.
We should talk to somebody about that, like a war historian or something. We should have somebody on like that. Yeah.
It's pretty insane, dude.
Yeah. Well, let's hope and pray that we stay safe, everybody.
Yeah. Ending on a downer note, eh?
Well, maybe that's the reality we're facing right now. Yeah. So, yeah. I will see you guys next week.
Later.